So I have a question for you today. To everybody listening, do you want to pay full price for college? So I'm not a betting person. I'm not a big Vegas girl, but I would bet pretty heavily that the answer that everybody that's listening to this is no, I don't want to pay full price for college, right? I want to save money and I want to get discounts because colleges are discounting the cost of college. And I'll talk about that in more detail in another vlog. So, if you don't want to pay full price for college, then you've got to do a little planning to understand some things about how college pricing works. And if you don't, you're going to be in a situation where you're going to be reactive instead of proactive. And so, all the people that work with me, I tell them, so important for you to be proactive in this process as opposed to reactive. So let me tell you a story about a mom who called me several years ago, and it was in the late winter, early spring, and she was super excited, but at the same time stressed. And she was super excited because she said, "Hey, Peg, she got my name, had never talked to me before this phone call, and said, I'm so excited because my son got into his dream school. They gave him $20,000 a year of a discount. So that's an $80,000 discount over 4 years. That's amazing, right? But she said, they expect me to pay the other 40,000 and I'm a single mom and I don't have the money. What do I do? Can you help me? Well, that mom is reactive at that point. Her son got an offer from a college and there was discounting in that offer, right? But she can't make up the difference. She doesn't know how she's going to pay that 40,000 every year. So do the math because it's all about a 4-year expense, right? That's $160,000 that she doesn't know where she's going to get that. So how do you avoid being reactive? You avoid being reactive by jumping in and starting to learn. And I always tell parents, look, you know what you don't know, you know what you know, and you don't know what you don't know. And so it's so important to learn what you don't know and also to learn stuff that you don't even know that you're supposed to know, right? And I get really worked up about this because I see this year after year and I see so much stress in this process that is needless, and I see friction with parents and kids because to me the biggest benefit of parents understanding this stuff, understanding financial aid, and then understanding where you fit, the by far the biggest benefit is that you can set expectations for your kids, right? So as they're building their college list, you understand your affordability and you can set expectations for them. So they're not looking at schools that you know are not affordable. So you're not taking your time and your money to visit what I joke and I tell people, look, when your car breaks down, you don't Monday morning decide to go to the Maserati dealership to test drive cars, right? Or at least I don't, because I know I can't afford a Maserati, right? But when you don't understand where you fit as far as affordability in this college space, that's exactly what you're doing when you start going college shopping. You start doing visits and all that sort of stuff and spending time and money when you have no idea where you fit. And when colleges are saying, giving you their marketing spiels and in presentations, you don't know what questions to ask, you don't know how to read what they're sharing and dig deeper so you can see if this school is a good financial fit. Like there's 3 types of fit. There's academic, personal, and financial fit. And I help families with the financial fit. That's my sweet spot. That's what I love. The academic and personal fit are just as important. You want to find a school that academically meshes with you and has what you want to study. And you also want to, on the personal side, do you want a big school? Do you want to be close to home? Do you want like D1 sports? Do you want to go to basketball games and football games? Do you want a Greek system? All 3 of these things need to come together. But really, what I really wanted to stress today is if you're listening to this and you're kind of on the fence of like, oh, I'm going to deal with it. Oh, it's overwhelming. I don't know where to start. Just jump in. Go ahead and start learning because you really, really want to learn what you don't know. And you really, really, as a parent and as a student, you want to be proactive in this process. And I'm talking to parents now, but I'm telling you this from the bottom of my heart. The colleges don't care if and when you retire, right? And so they're going to come up with what they think you can afford. And if it's not what you think you can afford, you need to understand that ahead of time and figure out how you're going to work with this, right? There can be options and ways around it. And so being proactive and getting things started before the last minute or before decisions are made, meaning the college list is done. At that point, you've kind of made your decisions. So you want to think about this financial fit while you're building a college list. And if you're working with counselors that have the expertise in academic and personal fit, that's awesome. But also be able to fill them in on the financial fit. So as they're working with your child and dialing in great schools, you're looking at all three fits and not just the academic and personal fit. So I hope I've kind of lit a fire under you, and don't put this off. Jump in. If you have a high schooler, start thinking about this and start understanding it. You will be so happy that you did. And as always, enjoy the journey.